It is the Morning Brew with friends on a Monday morning. Hope you had a good weekend. We did, and we got a great Monday morning with our friends. Christopher Michael Robow tells us all about his new film that's premiering this week. We got our friends from Vortex Theater. They're going to be talking about Shakespeare on the Plaza. Stephen Westman, the Curious Townie, is here, and he's here with Dr. Seema Legree. We're talking about the run to break the silence. And finally, we got Sean Bracchioni from Paws and Stripes. It's a packed house on a Monday morning on the Morning Brew. Thanks, man. Yeah, but this is not your first time here on the set, is it?
No. Last time I was on the set was probably maybe 6 months ago. I was on another show here at UPublic, the Pulp Film Lab, and it was funny because I was actually talking about my film. I was just beginning production on it at that time, so it's kind of full circle to my next TV interview be back here.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, we can't wait to talk a little bit more about the film, but first we have headlines that are brought to us by our friends at Tony and Guy Hairdressing Academy. And this is interesting. I've been following this company in my other job as a newspaper reporter guy. You know, the company, Google bought the company Titan in the East Mountains.
Okay.
And they fly these giant solar-powered drones, right?
Right.
And the idea is to fly these things at 65,000 feet in the air and then beam down internet service to people who don't have service.
Oh.
High-speed internet in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It sounds really awesome.
Yeah.
It's not quite there yet. They had a major crash. Talked to the NTSB last week. Poor guys, they lost a drone. And this is one of the things I didn't even know about drones. So we see them around, we think about them like the little radio-controlled planes, right?
Right, yeah, basically.
But if they weigh more than 300 pounds, like all of a sudden the NTSB, the same guys that get involved in like airliner crashes, get involved. And so the NTSB is like grounding everything and saying, hold on. Google those saying, don't worry about it, we're still working, we're still hiring people.
Right.
They're still going on the East Mountains, but I love it that they're actually out there doing this. I think it's very cool this technology is coming out of the East Mountains right here in Moriarty.
Yeah,
it's
for
cool,
sure. Yeah.
Right? And then this is really great. I loved it when Carlos Condit fights. I never miss one. And he won this weekend. It was so great to watch this. I showed up just in time to catch the fight. It was
Nice.
great.
Yeah.
And we saw this the first round, nothing. First round, they were just kind of like, pawing at each other.
Yeah.
Second round, Carlos Condit just destroyed Thiago Alves. And it's really great. Carlos is from here. His dad is a longtime local guy. I mean, he's a friend of the show.
Yeah.
So it's great to see Carlos back on top after 14 months of being laid off.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he's now 30 wins and 8 losses as a professional in the UFC. And I think he's back on his way to being a world champ. It's wonderful.
I hope so, yeah. He's a great representative of Albuquerque, New Mexico, and just a cool dude. So.
Nice guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Like too nice a guy to be a fighter.
Yeah, exactly.
Too good looking a guy to be a fighter in some cases too. I'd be saying not the money maker all day.
Well, he doesn't get hit much, so that's
he does not get hit much.
That's good for him.
And I love this too. New Mexico actually produces, this is according to a new report that came out late last week, more natural gas than all of OPEC combined.
Wow.
Right? I mean, not oil.
Right,
crude
natural
oil,
gas, yeah.
But natural gas. And a lot of this comes from the Farmington area where they have tons and tons of stuff. And that I love this too. Intel, I want to buy one of these. I'm kind of a tech guy, right? And I love all the new tech gadgets. Like my next big purchase is going to be like an Apple Watch or something.
Okay.
But after that, I might pick up the $150 Intel computer. This thing is it's about the size of a large USB drive. And it plugs right into a television monitor. Just put it right there in the HDMI spot. Hook up a wireless keyboard.
Nice.
You have a computer on your TV. It apparently does everything that a regular computer does, which is really awesome. I mean, is that the kind of thing? I'm sure you're a filmmaker. I'm sure you do lots of stuff on the road. Is that the kind of thing that you would just love to have? Like do some video editing?
Yeah, any portability, anything that makes my job faster, quicker, easier, more streamlined, I'm all about. So
right? $150 for a little
That's awesome.
computer.
Right?
I
love being a filmmaker and alive at this time more than anything else. It makes my job much easier. And
there's so many cool technologies and cool things to do right now too, right?
Yep.
You can do things today with editing, with computers, with software that you wouldn't have even imagined just 5 years ago, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm just like, even what I learned in college 10 years ago coming up, and now
you
when I'm
probably learned to
teaching my
splice
students. Yeah, I did. I was like, man, this is so incredibly complicated. And not that I like what I do now is dumbed down, just point and shoot without digital, but it is a lot easier. It is a lot more streamlined, which I appreciate.
Right, no doubt. And then finally today, I think this is crazy, the Neverland Ranch is for sale. I think all of us remember this from the Michael Jackson days. This is what $100 million would get you.
Nuts.
I think it will take a very special Michael Jackson fan to go buy this thing. I don't know who would buy it, and I don't know if it actually comes with the train set or the
I don't know.
carnival
I mean,
in
I would
it.
hope so for that much money. Like,
Right?
that
You would
be-
think.
Yeah.
But I would, I don't know if it's the kind of thing. What would you change the name to?
You can't change the name.
You
Like,
gotta
that's the
keep it
point of
Neverland.
buying it. You're paying $100 million for the name too, I figure.
Well, we got some MJ to take us out here. We'll be back in a couple of seconds. We're going to talk all about your new film and maybe some of the new technology you got going on.
That sounds good. Yeah, sounds great.
Back in a couple of seconds on the Morning Brew with Friends.